Hello, everyone. Welcome to a series podcast. Today, we're going to be looking at the topic challenges and opportunities in implementing ESG in developing countries. In the previous episode, I discussed the ESG framework in developing countries, and this particular episode, we're going to be looking at what are the challenges and opportunities in implementing ESG in developing countries. Most developing countries face significant challenges when it comes to investing in preventive measures that are considered green investments. These are typically projects or initiatives that focus on sustainability and environmental conservation, such as renewable energy, waste management, and eco-friendly infrastructure. However, due to limited financial resources, such investments often take a backseat to more immediate economic concerns like poverty reduction, infrastructure development, and healthcare. Without sufficient funding, government and businesses in this region struggle to prioritize long-term environmental sustainability, even though it's crucial to their future development. Additionally, the lower level of formalization in many low-income countries like Nigeria allows some businesses to circumvent regulations more easily. This lack of formal oversight means that companies may engage in illegal and unethical practices, such as pollution or labor violations, which would typically be restricted in more regulated former economies like the US. Corruption, weak governance, and insufficient enforcement of law further exacerbate these issues, creating an environment where exploitation can flourish and corporate accountability is weak. The motivation and interest in adopting environmental, social, and governance ESG principles can also vary significantly across regions, depending on the social and cultural context of stakeholders, including business leaders, government officials, and the general population. In many cases, socio-economic norms and traditions shape the way environmental and social issues are perceived. For example, in countries with deep-rooted cultural traditions that prioritize short-term economic survival over long-term environmental stewardship, there may be less public pressure or political will to adopt ESG standards. Regions with more advanced economies and higher standards of living tend to be more attuned to ESG values, as the population may have greater awareness of environmental issues and more disposable income to support sustainable practices. However, the socio-economic and environmental principles that underpin ESG may not be prevalent in countries where basic needs such as food security, access to clean water, and healthcare are the primary focus. In such context, ESG initiatives may be viewed as luxury reserved for wealthy nations that can afford to implement them. This is a stark contrast to regions that are oversaturated with wealth in abundance and where sustainability, ethical governance, and corporate responsibility are seen as integral or continued prosperity and society well-being. Despite these challenges, the adoption of ESG framework offers substantial opportunities for developing nations. ESG's compliant businesses can attract more significant interest from international organizations, foreign investors, and global stakeholders who are increasingly prioritizing sustainability and responsible business practices. These investors are more inclined to deal with countries and companies that demonstrate a commitment to environmental and societal standards, opening the door to new partnerships and financial reviews. Moreover, adherence to ESG principle can also facilitate collaboration with international institutions such as the United Nations, the World Bank, and various non-governmental organizations, which often provide technical assistance in the area of funding and policy guidance to countries where strides in sustainable development. Such collaborations can drive economic growth, create jobs, improve living conditions in developing countries, particularly in sectors like renewable energy, clean energy, and sustainable agriculture. In conclusion, while developing countries face significant obstacles in adopting ESG principle due to financial limitations, cultural factors, and governance challenges, there are considerable advantages to embracing these standards. ESG opens the door to global investment, fosters international cooperation, and enhances the reputation of countries and companies to the world stage. There must be strong regulatory support and active engagement from all relevant stakeholders. We would appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can reach more listeners like yourself. Until next time, stay informed, stay healthy, and continue exploring the world of healthcare with us. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is sponsored and brought to you by HealthShare Integrated Solutions.